friends, hope you're doing great. Thank you for clicking on this video. As always, I implement these tips and tricks in my daily life to reduce worry, stress, being overwhelmed, to achieve and accomplish things much more quick and efficient. Also, be sure to stay till the end of the video because the best tips are definitely at the end, so you know, it's your little treat. But anyways, the number one thing I want you guys to realize is less is more. It took me very hard. It was very hard for me to learn this because I was kind of like a shopaholic, I guess. And I kind of did hoard things. Like, people would know me for having a lot of shoes. And I also love purses, makeup, clothes, blah, blah, blah. You name it, pens, pencils, literally everything. And I just felt like really cluttered. And sometimes I feel like there was just like so much going on, especially in my room. So one day I just decided to clean out everything and just change my life. And I did, and honestly, it has brought me great results, so that's why I'm making this video to share with you guys. Something I realized that was really a game changer is less is more. What I mean by this is, like I said before, I hoarded, I guess you could say, a lot of things. And what I did was just clear out everything. So my number one tip is just to clean out everything. Keep everything you need or might need. And just clear everything that you don't want, because there's two good things about that. You won't feel so cluttered in the space you're in, because the environment really affects how you focus and work, because that's what you're surrounded by. You know, it's just like the same people you're surrounded by, you start to become them, if you get what I'm saying. And also, the stuff you don't need, someone else might really need. So it's kind of like a win-win situation for everybody. Leading to my point of throwing away old things, say you have furniture or something expensive you don't want to throw away, you can always revamp it, because like I feel like for me, I really like the color white and black, like just really cool tone, calm colors. I don't like things personally, just for me, not for you guys, to be like very colorful. So you could always like revamp something, like change like the knobs on the dressers, or you can like repaint desks, chairs, blah blah blah. You can revamp anything. It's also a great way to make use of fabric that you don't need. As you can see in one of my first videos, I DIY'd like a chair, a fuzzy chair. So instead of spending like hundreds of dollars on a new chair, I just revamped my chair for a couple of bucks, and it looks a lot cleaner, it looks a lot more fresh, and I just really like it. I'll also link that below if you'd like to check it out and revamp some things. Also, adding to that, say you're at the store and you see something you want but don't need, I would highly suggest rethinking about it, and sometimes you even go home and think it through, like how is this beneficial? Think of all the whys. I know it sounds a little excessive, but seriously, it's really important to rethink things and think things out before you act on them. And also, you'll save money, and also you won't have so much clutter. Being simplistic or minimalistic is definitely not just for the aesthetics or anything of it. I feel like it just really betters your life in a lot of ways, and I definitely will explain in this video. For me personally, I donated a lot of things, especially my shoes and stuff. Since I didn't get much wear out of it, I know somebody is probably getting wear out of it, because some people really don't have shoes other places in the world. Anyways, I always go on tangents, but I'm going to show you guys a little example of how I minimalized. And it definitely takes time. Nothing is an overnight thing. Just keep that in mind. Just a little background. I'm only 5'1", and I used to haul around this giant thing. It's like bigger than me almost. And I had a lot of bags, so then I kind of downgraded to like satchels. And then I realized like I didn't even use most of the stuff in the purse, and it'd just be like so hard to carry around just for the style. I don't think it was worth it. If you saw my last what's in my bag video, I downgraded to this bag. I haven't even had this for a month, but honestly, I feel like it's so big. So yes, I downgraded again, and I have this mini little one, and everything from that bag, I'll link the what's in my bag down below, fits in this tiny little bag, and it's like exactly the same thing. It's so cute, a lot lighter, and it's just easier to find everything. The point of why I showed you that is, I guess, like the bigger the bag you have, the more stuff you want to stuff in there that you don't really use, honestly. Because sometimes the bags will be so heavy, I wouldn't even bring them out. And now I just feel much more comfortable having like a little thing and not having so much to worry about. And finding everything when I need it, where I need it, and just like on the side, because it's a crossbody. Now I'm going to go a little deeper into it. Something I love to do is simplify my brain. And you guys are probably like, Carmen, what is simplifying your brain? But something I love to do is just journaling or writing things down. You know, especially as a college student trying to do so many things, sometimes life just feels really hectic, even if you're not a college student, or if anyone in general, life just gets hectic, stressful, whatever. There's just a lot of thoughts, and something we don't really do is get to like clear out our thoughts. I mean, you can meditate, but everything just comes back. I feel like something for me I love to do is use a planner, of course, but also just journal everything I want to do and write down like my plans, ideas, whatever, so it doesn't have to be like all clogged up in your brain. When you write things down, it also makes you look at those things very objectively, and it makes you want to do it because you have it all planned out, and it's literally like boom, 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 finish, boom. You know what I mean? It's actually very, very helpful. I've just been implementing different habits in my life, seeing what works and what doesn't work, and also what works for me or somebody else may not work for you. Just keep that in mind. Always experiment and try new things. Having those things written down definitely helps you reach a level of consciousness because you're definitely streaming everything out. Therefore, you'll be able to work more quickly and efficient as possible. Another tip I like to share with you guys is to prioritize things in your life. For example, I like to do my creative work before I start my schoolwork or homework because you have the most creativity in the morning in this book I read. So yeah, I feel like that's been working really well for me. And when I do it the opposite, I feel like I'm definitely less creative because you're using all that energy towards solving the school problems or whatnot, which is still very important, but you don't really need as much creativity if you understand what I mean. Something that's definitely a game changer is workflow process. If you're not familiar with what that is, it's definitely to plan out all your stuff. Say if it's even like packing a lunch, picking out your clothes. That way you don't have to use your brain energy to focus on those things, and you can just jump right in and complete those tasks you need to complete. You want to advance your mental capacity to do something creative rather than worry about things that you shouldn't need to be worried about, like doing the dishes and blah 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 before you can start your work, because therefore you're wasting a lot of energy there, and it takes the same energy to think big as it does to think small. Something that was very hard for me to understand was the word of focus. I mean, I'm very focused, but I was focused in too many sectors. It's beyond important to limit your goals. I'm going to continue using me as an example. So my freshman year, I added 18 credits my first quarter, and also I had 2 classes that were super hard, and my other classes were easy, but they were like alright, but it wasn't really much balance. And on top of that, I was trying to start up the YouTube channel and do some other stuff on the side with a job, and I just really got overwhelmed and burnt out. And I guess I'm telling you guys this because I don't want you to feel like that. It's actually pretty horrible when you overload yourself. And also, my bestie Bear told me that focus stands for follow one path until success. So when you're branching out to so many things, you think you're making a lot of progress, but you're really not. Rather than if you just focus on one thing and streamline it, you definitely go much more further, faster, and most efficienter. I know that's not a word, but I just wanted to add Something that's super important that took me so long to learn, because literally like when I was younger, I don't know why, some kids were like so mean to me. Well, I guess it's not only me, but like just kids were really mean when I was younger. So I guess I always had this thing where I cared about what people thought of me and whatnot, just because like, I don't know, it's just kids, you know? And it just took me a long time to learn that, so I don't want anyone making the same mistakes as me, because I would have been starting my YouTube channel and all this so long ago if I just had the balls, but I just let so many limiting beliefs and what people said get to me. So with that being said, definitely don't care about what people say about you. Also, by saying this, I'm not telling you to be reckless and not care about any opinions, because at the end of the day, you are your own brand. Always work to impress yourself. I know people my age tend to like to flex or whatever a lot, but I promise you, when you start working for yourself and start impressing yourself, everything will start falling into place. Always work to impress yourself. I know people my age tend to like to flex or whatever a lot, but I promise you, when you start working for yourself and start impressing yourself, everything will start falling into place. And of course, I had to top this video off with the best thing ever, breathing. Of course, we're human, we love to breathe. What I mean is to take belly breaths. What that is a deep breath. And that just really helps with your mental clarity and your mindfulness. That's also why I meditate. And meditation has a lot of good benefits. I also have a video on meditation. I'm not a scientist or anything, but I believe when you take slow deep breaths, it gives your brain oxygen, and that way you can be more calm and attack every task much more easier, I promise. I hope my videos aren't too repetitive for you guys, but at the end of the day, repetition is the mother of mastery. So I guess it's a good thing either way. I hope you gained something from my video and all of my other videos. Thank you so much for staying till the end of my video. It's amazing that you love yourself so much that you're willing to listen to other people's experiences in order to be the best of yourself. That's a really amazing trait, so that was a weird clap, sorry. Always follow your dreams, always follow your heart, do what you desire, because really you only live once. I know, that's so corny, YOLO. But whatever, thank you so much. I appreciate it so much. I always say that, but truly, I feel like just 10 seconds of me being grateful just means a lot, because no matter if it's 1 view, 100 views, 1,000 views, I'm just grateful for every person that clicks on the video because it means so much to me. Be sure to subscribe for more self-development, beauty, and lifestyle videos. And if you already subscribed, don't forget to click the notification button so you get a notification every time I upload. If you liked this video or found it helpful, of course, please smash the like button. And please comment down below something I can learn. I love learning just as you. Don't forget to spread love. Spread love, spread love, spread love. Have the most wonderful day. I wish everything comes true that you wish for. And, you know, I think that's it, right? Signing out. Stay tuned for my next video. Love you.